Arena, appear for me, please. Thank you very much. Titan's Nest control. So, I suppose the big question that a lot of people don't necessarily know is, what is Titan's Nest, and what on God's green earth does it do? So to answer that question, let's take a look at the namesake card to start with. Titan's Nest here is a 4-mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can look at the top card of your library, and you can put it into your graveyard if you don't want it. But more importantly, you can exile a card from your graveyard to add a colourless mana. That mana can only be spent to cast coloured spells that do not have X in their mana cost. So as we all know from Fires of Invention and Wilderness Reclamation and similar enchantments, 4-mana enchantments that cheat on mana tend to be rather good. So how can we abuse this is basically what we're looking to do. And for me, I think the best way to do that is largely through Shark Typhoon. Not only do we get to ramp this out ahead of time and ahead of schedule, but we can also just cast way more spells per turn than we normally would do, courtesy of Titan's Nest. Once everything only costs you 1 coloured mana, and you make a ton of colourless to cast all your spells, you can make plenty of big sharks and also get this thing down way ahead of time. Shark Typhoon tends to find itself best in a control shell, so that's where we are. We're playing a selection of Sultai colours with the best spells that have one mana source in their one coloured mana source in their casting cost, I should say. So some of your expected staples in this deck, stuff like Extinction Event, things like Mystical Dispute, Essence Scatter, Eliminates, so on and so forth. But we'll talk about some of the more interesting ones. We've got some interesting card draw in this deck in the form of Thirst for Meaning and Reign of Revelation. It's really important to find Titan's Nest, and you'll see that we're playing a selection of enchantments. More importantly, we want our card draw spells to put cards in the graveyard, because we want to continue to fuel the rest of our spells shortly after that, which make these the best options for this deck specifically. You'll see Whirlwind Denial as the counterspell of choice. Seems a bit weird when we could just play something like Neutralize, but again, having something that costs only 1 of a coloured mana is rather important for not only allowing us to utilise Titan's Nest as best we can, but also allowing us to play something like Gigantha as a companion for free, which is really cool. The only other one that seems a little out of place for a lot of people is the Maya Triton, because obviously we're not a creature deck, but this tends to pay for itself with a Titan's Nest in play by fueling your graveyard, and it's just a bit of a speed bump against those aggro decks. Everything else fairly intuitive, fairly self-explanatory. Sideboard is also looking pretty slick in this one. I like the idea of playing a selection of one-ofs to kind of better your matchups in certain cases. The only thing I'm not sure on is these 3 copies of Wilt. I feel like they're pretty good against the Great Henge specifically, but I'm not entirely sure where they're supposed to be elsewhere. So touch and go on those, looking forward to seeing how they do. But everything else makes an awful lot of sense to me, and I am looking forward to jamming this one. It's been a lot of fun from the games I've played so far. I agree with you, Adam. I love this deck as well. And I'm looking forward to hopping onto the ladder and seeing what's on. Cleave. Yeah, I guess we can be wilting Cleave as well, but I gotta be honest, I've not seen an Ember Cleave in a while. So I'm sure they're still out there. It's just been a while since anyone's actually played Mono Red against me. How you doing, Charizard? Nice to see you, by the way. But yeah, no, I'm sure there is still Mono Red decks out there, but I don't know where they are. I've not seen them in some time. But yes, definitely makes sense. It's good against Cleveland Alex. But yeah, looking forward to giving this one a fair shake. Deck's really cool, and I'm excited to try it out. Oh, we're clipping just a little bit on the webcam, so I might have to be careful with where I'm putting my head. Yeah, about there. Give me a second, guys. Let me just fix that real quick. Turns out being a bald man makes your head kind of shiny sometimes, so just gotta be careful not to. We'll bring ourselves down just a bit. That should be fine. Yeah, I keep bumping into you. It's for better or worse, I guess. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've had some really good games. Well, 2 1-landers are not going to cut it. I guess I can keep a 2-lander with a Triome. Yeah, there have been some fantastic games. So happy to have you. Thank you for coming to enjoy the content. I appreciate that. Okay, so Rogue should be an interesting enough matchup if we can actually cast our spells, but obviously a slightly dodgy 6. Of course, we lose a land to the Wind Robber, but that's fine. Nothing you can do about that. Pretty sure we are supposed to grab a black source here. Yikes. I think I would rather just tome here, honestly, and try and set up my land drops, because that's kind of all we need. Oh, maybe not. Would I be up for a challenge tonight? Yeah, I could take on a challenge tonight if you really fancied one. I now have to bottom this so it doesn't get milled. That's the important part. But yeah, the deck's really cool, and I am looking forward to trying to work on it. So if you fancy a game or two, more than happy to do that. Cool. We'll get that out of the way once you're ready to play, my dude. Obviously not a very promising start when we sit here and don't draw lands, but hey, that's bound to happen sometimes. Alright, well, there is land number 3. It just might be a little bit late. This scavenger is going to be a huge pain in the ass. I think the tome is still better here. Like, I don't ever win a game where I don't hit landfall next turn, so... Thanks, Witch Doctor. I appreciate the sarcastic congratulations. Howdy, Mr. Barman, and good evening, Magic Ernie. How are you both tonight? Nice to see you. You've joined just in time to watch me playing Magic the Missing My Land Drops. It's one of my favourite games to play, and we're doing a good job of it. What's new? Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, well that was embarrassing and quite frankly off-putting. I'm going to try and straighten myself up a bit. I seem to be losing my top of my head tonight to the green screen for some reason, so I might just have to mess myself around. I know I'm shiny, but I'm not that shiny. Congratulating me on missing land drops, well, that's rude. Alright, rogues. Yeah, obviously I stopped playing mono green and I get paired against rogues, so we want these spiders, obviously. How do I feel? My opponent looks like just fairly traditional rogues. Like they've got the Nighthawk Scavenger, which makes Eliminate significantly better than it might be otherwise. Inclined to lead towards Essence Scar. We're playing a bit of a brew based around Titan's Nest tonight. And Wilhelm, that green food deck was a blast. We went 6-2 last night in Mythic. Playing that one was a lot of fun. Really, really enjoyed it. What else am I worried about out of rogues? Cardboard Live is spazzing out. Well, that's not great. Let me go and fix that real quick. Ah, I see. Just seems to be having a moment. I don't think I want anything else. Obviously, the dispute stays in this matchup. I think I'm inclined to likely just cut Maya Tritons here because they don't block anyone. So that seems semi-reasonable to me. We'll give that a shake. Hopefully Cardboard Live is fixed for you now, my dude. Wow, we are having some awkward luck with... Yeah, it's weird. My lighting is exactly the same as it normally is, but it seems to be kind of throwing a hissy fit today. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it, trying to get it figured out. Like, I just can't keep this hand. Apparently, I just want to have one landers today. Ugh. Just too clean, yeah, clearly just too clean. But yeah, I've not moved my lighting at all. My lighting's exactly the same. Filters are exactly the same, and for some reason, it's just having a bit of an aneurysm tonight, so I'll keep half an eye on it and see what's going on. I was too busy talking to chat and didn't crack my Fable Passage, which is always great. Look at me getting punished for being a complete and utter spanner. Not a good start tonight, folks. Thanks, Witch Doctor. Appreciate that. Means a lot. Fully aware, Wiley. Thank you for reminding me. It's almost like I'm playing a brew for the first time and also trying to entertain people, but my bad, I guess. Why do I bother trying to do that? I just suck? No, I appreciate that, man. It's awfully nice of you. Stop being consistent. Fair. I'll do my best. I think this is fine. I'm surprised that went through. And I will indeed discard the Shark Typhoon, at least for now. Titan's Nest is a good draw. I would prefer to have land 5 before casting it, however. I would like this to not exist, please. Wow. Rude. I still kind of don't want that to exist, I'm going to be honest. Leaning towards still preventing this from existing. It's lovely. He stops by the stream for the first time in a while and he just insults me. Ghostly Pilferer. It's not one that I've seen very much. Not drawing land 5 is kind of crap. Did I expect anything else? I don't know. Kind words? I'm not entirely sure why, but, you know, wouldn't have hurt. Thanks, Witch Doctor. Appreciate that. Okay, I think my best shot here is honestly to get this nest resolved. And then be able to cast many, many spells in a turn moving forward. Hopefully. That is a fair bit of damage, that being said. Yeah, honestly, both of these games have been a pretty bad testament to what this deck's trying to do. We've just mulliganed to 5 in both games and kind of got rolled, and that's fine. It's going to happen sometimes. That is not good enough. I need an untapped green in an ideal world. So, bin. Like that. It's a Titan's Nest control deck. I did a nice little breakdown at the start of the day. It's using this card to leverage many, many pieces of mana and cast multiple spells in the same turn while having Shark Typhoon in play. The majority of the time. So, let's get our graveyard emptied to make some colorless mana here. Spider exiling 4 more cards. That's fine, you can draw a card. Punch this out of the sky. Make another colorless. Do some elimination. And then have double Reign of Revelation available. Pilferer is a unique little card. Haven't seen this one very much, but that's kind of cool. Another Enforcer, sure. Another Pilferer. I will be blocking here, I think. Alright, so let's make some colorless mana. Ooh. Oh, they've drawn their rogues. That's what they're trying to do, right? Cast a Rain of Revelation. That's not exactly what we were hoping for, I'll be honest. And then we'll cast another Rain of Revelation because Titan's Nest. I kind of need to leave the Shark Typhoons in the bin if I can help it, because I might need to pick them back up with Balagad's Recovery. I will discard a land. That goes in the graveyard. Okay, let us spend a blue and 6 colorless. This is unfortunately extremely tedious. Well, 5 colorless, I guess. And anything else I don't care about. I guess a Rain of Revelation. Cast Shark Typhoon the hard way. Yeah, the rope takes a bit of getting used to. I've not lost priority to the rope just yet, but it is certainly mildly tedious. How many cards currently in my graveyard? 10? I think I would rather just do this. However, I did not want to tap my green source, and that's why you have to click this damn Titan's Nest. Because I wanted to bring this spider back, but I now don't get to do that. So, oh well. Apparently we punted away at the end there as well, courtesy of misclicking, which is obviously lovely. We had a community challenge from the lovely Wilhelm, so we're happy to get that out of the way before we jump back on the ladder, if you fancy it, my dude. And then we'll get back to ladder after that, but happy to keep working on this one. Titan's Nest is a really cool card, and I'm looking forward to making it work. It's just rather tedious. Sure. I'll send you a challenge now. So for those folks that aren't aware, if you take a look in the channel points, you can actually challenge me on stream if it's something that you ever fancy doing. It just costs you a certain amount of channel points, and you're always welcome to come and challenge me and play against a deck of your choice. Good luck, have fun indeed, dude. Hopefully we'll have a good game, and we'll get the Titan's Nest deck swinging. That is a small issue there, Witch Doctor, yeah. Yeah, there is the option if you ever fancy playing a game on stream. It's obviously not always available, depending on the day, if we're in the middle of an event or something, but as long as you ask first, it should never be a big deal. Live Fist Fight. Wouldn't recommend that. Any land makes this hand keepable, so I am going to keep it. That is not a land. That is also not a land, but it is better than nothing, I guess. I'm going to scry here because land 3 is rather important. I don't like wasting card draw off of this most of the time if I can help it, but we do kind of need that one. This can be a black source. Hey Mubs, how you doing, bud? Nice to see you. Rogues again? Okay. If you insist. Am I ever not ramping here and just killing this off? I do, but I don't use it anymore, Witch Doctor, mainly for financial reasons. I think that's fine, honestly. Yeah, it's hard enough managing 2 collections, let alone 3. Every now and then I'll pick up mana traders to play an event or something, but not a common occurrence. Take 1. And I will Omen of the Hunt. Yeah, I mean, I can always... If people have brews that they really want to see played, I can always try and borrow an account for a bit. Good luck, Adam. Keep it up. Reign of Revelation. It does seem like a good one here. Nice. In comes the Thief. That's fine. I do not want Thirst for Meaning. Really just looking for the Titan's Nest here more than anything else. If we can find the nest, we'll be alright. Mono Green was being played yesterday, dude. I can't be a Mono Green stream forever. Well, Witch Doctor, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring out the brew in you and find the cooler stuff. I cannot, Mubs. I cannot. That's my plan. Find cool cards. This is unfortunately becoming a little problematic. Not a Titan's Nest. Also not a Titan's Nest. Ugh. It was inspired by a list from the CFB Clash event, Mubs. Not my list personally, but a couple of cards are different. Good, Witch Doctor. I try my best. I do honestly try my best. No, I know he had no time. As I say, it's inspired by a list that was passed on to me. How do I best navigate this? Oh, for God. It is not up yet. Bear with me. I'm trying. I promise I'm trying. Alright, let's kill these lords off. Mubs, if you don't enjoy what we're playing on stream, you are welcome to go literally anywhere else. However, I'm trying my best to try out all kinds of new cards. The green food deck will be back if need be. Yeah, that's the right reason to be here. Is Ghostly Pilferer a card they're actually main decking now? Because I don't know what's happening. Okay, some interesting choices in Wilhelm's list here. We really need to find this damn Titan's Nest, and fast. Ugh. Clearly, yes. Clearly only Pilferers and Enforcers. God, where is my Titan's Nest? It is really hard to, do the thing the deck is supposed to do if you can't draw the enchantment in question. I'm not even sure we've seen one. Are they all in the bottom 25 cards of my deck? Oh, Christ. This game's still winnable if I can find one. I just need to find one. This is cool, though. I like to see this. Academnes. Yep. Oh, I really wanted that Extinction Event. Oh, they're definitely in my deck, I assure you. I promise you that. Unless someone took them out when I wasn't looking. Oh my god, are you serious? I haven't missed any, right? No, you're telling me there was not a single copy of my 4 of in the top 20, 40 cards in my library? Good god, alright. I gotta get to work on this turn, so apologies if I'm not particularly talkative. This might take some time. Blue. I don't think I have enough time now. Two, three. Four. Five. Good god. Cast Shark Typhoon. Pray to God there's a blue source left in my deck, because I don't have time to figure it out. There is. Sweet. Two. Yeah, Typhoon for 1 mana is pretty dirty, you're not wrong. 3. Rain. Make a 4/4. Colorless. Kill this. Make a shark. Can you imagine if I'd found this Titan's Nest in even like a reasonable manner of time? Oh, I'm so mad. Even a reasonable amount of time and we'd have been fine. Yep, comes in for 3. Mills over Shark Typhoon, Balaged Recovery. Bite me. Actually, just bite me. Ugh. No, I'm gonna get milled. I found all of them, guys. I found them all. Okay, blue. 1. No worries, man. Take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully you enjoy your arena with your son. 2, 3. Why is this so tedious? So I should do this, right? Yeah, so do this. Make more colorless mana. All of the colorless. It's so many clicks. It requires so much clicking. Cast Gigantha. So this can't attack and can't block. Yeah, if I draw the other Balageds, I definitely will do, but the problem is drawing the Balageds. Yeah, sadly it makes you select the cards you want to actually exile. Because, you know, you need to. Unfortunately, this game, all 4 of our Titan's Nests are in the bottom 20 cards of our library. Absurd. Four cards, 1 life, dead many which ways. Library, please and thank you. What does that let me do? Jesus Christ. So, 3. I have to kill both of these, so I have to Extinction Event on even, right? Two. Oh my god. Not this. Technically this. Oh my god, what's happening? Ugh. Hold. Hold. Whatever it is, it's staying. Yes, I can't afford to mill this. I just can't. Hang on. Full control. Library. Scry. What's the other card? A forest. Okay. Alright, this is a mess. What was this game? This has been obscene. No! Oh, why? No! Jesus Christ. Okay. Get in my deck. What a nuts game that was. That was obscene. Too late, I think. I think I've missed the opportunity to save it, unfortunately, Mubs. I'll take a look just in case. Jesus Christ. Okay. Just in time to see me sideboarding, unfortunately. No dice. Oh, that was great. I really enjoyed that, but I needed to fade a top deck, and the top deck was a Thieves Guild Enforcer. So sick. Can you replay a replay? Not quite. I'd have to go get the highlight from the stream. I only have a 20-second window to catch it, and I was too busy being pissed. Yeah, I think this is a mulligan. I was just thinking it through. Yeah, this is definitely a keep, and I actually think it's the Whirlwind Denial that goes, and we look to try and find a black source. What a mental game. I loved that. That was fantastic. Agadeem's Thieves Guild, sure. Oh. Well, there goes a black source, unfortunately. Under the Hunt will do it, I suppose. Heartless Act, not terrible. I am going to Essence Scatter this. I'll untap an Omen if I have to, but... That's unfortunate. I think I have to do this. Yep. Annoying, but fine. I hope that wasn't my only other swamp. Wow. 6 cards milled. Both swamps milled. Feels bad, man. That's gross. Don't think we're going to be able to win this one now. Jesus Christ. Talk about an aggressive start from the Rogues player. Also, you've milled 26 cards and you've milled both my swamps but none of my spiders. Disgusting. Congratulations, Wilhelm. That was some horrible variants. Some horrid variants. But what can you do? Alright, let's hop this one back onto the ladder and try and run a little bit better than that. Clearly, Mubs. Clearly just bad. You gotta remember, this is the first time I've picked up this deck as well. I'm definitely making some sequencing issues. And the clicking is tedious. To be honest, we just got very unlucky in that match against Wilhelm just now. Again, game 1, we didn't find a Titan's Nest in the top 40 cards of our library. And in game 2, we just had both our swamps milled over in 6 cards. That first game was absurd, dude. that game was mental. Game two, you milled both my swamps in the top 6 cards of my library, and I was like, oh, I guess I don't get to cast Titan's Nest then. And yeah, in game 1, we didn't find a Titan's Nest until I only had 20 cards left. They were all 4 were in the bottom 20 cards. Mubs, I'm aware that I was winning yesterday. If it was all about winning, I would probably still be playing it, you're right. But it's about trying out new things. I'm trying to see what's good, man. Yeah, you cast the Thief in response, and I was like, okay. And then you milled over the second swamp, and I was like, I actually want to die. That is obscene. As I said before, dude, if all you want is mono green, you're welcome to go somewhere else. Alright, this hand will shape up just fine as long as we don't suddenly die out of nowhere. Opponent looks to be on Naya. Looks like this could be some version of Winota, maybe? Because Andy Malice is a good one. There's a lot of damage in play here. Really hoping we get the chance to Omen and don't have to dispute, because if we have to dispute and miss our 4th land, we're going to be very upset. But obviously if our opponent just slams Winota, well, we're probably going to have to dispute. Opponent playing around Shark Typhoon is a clever man. Or woman. Clever person. I shouldn't assume. What you got for me, opponent? No worries, Mubs. Take it easy, dude. Scavenging Ooze. I think there's a good chance I just Extinction Event on even and let that resolve. Clearly, gone to go check out another green stream. I don't blame him. Alright, this is fine. Opponent missing land drops, I'm just going to fire this off on even. Clear the board down a bit. Do we have something to do for 1 white? Shepherd of the Flock. Hey, Taiku, it's nice to see you. Been a while. How you doing? Still even? Question mark. Maybe odd. This is kind of closer now. I think I'm just odding this and getting rid of this damn mammoth. That's much closer. Shepherd of the Flock got me. Absolutely got me. Made a white source off their Lotus Cobra. Bounced their Lotus Cobra. Big brain stretch. Okay, what does that let me do? 2 in the graveyard currently. So not a ton. Should probably just be Nest into Thirst. Opponent just looks like Naya Pile. I'm not entirely sure what's going on over there, but... Do you want to see the sickest mystical dispute in this universe? Oof. That one was pretty good. Heartless Act is also pretty good. I will probably keep that on top. Oh, this is rough. I can't cast the shark and a spell. So I guess I have to... Cardboard Life dead? I'll give it a kick. Yeah, it looks like it's being temperamental. I'll give it a kick again for you now. Oh. It's really having a bad day. Yeah, unfortunately I think this is just Heartless Act and Cycle for a Shark. Yeah, it's been temperamental today. I'm sorry about that. The Nest certainly is a unique card, that's for sure. Really didn't want to cycle this. Kind of wanted to keep it, but I think it's a necessary evil here. Clothis. I think I just bin this. Cool. Triton. Gain some life. Spend blue. Oh, for God's sake, you really do have to hold on to priority with this Nest and tap things in the right order. You end up kicking yourself in the face. That was obviously not what I wanted to do. It is so easy to just let go of your spell and just... Wait, I can fizzle that. What am I doing? Note to self, you can fizzle Clothis. Opponent unloads the clip. Sure. Library, because I want it. Right, let's make sure we don't fuck this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be so much easier to do in paper, honestly. Just, this is the worst. 5 blue. Cast Typhoon for a mana. Exile this. Exile this. Blue. Thirst for Meaning. Discard 2 cards because we have to. Right, this does 2 damage to me if my opponent targets something in my graveyard. From a graveyard, so they can target their own, so I gotta be real careful here. But I'm pretty sure I just eliminate the Scavenging Ooze. Can I play this? I can. Alright. Let's see what they target. Target their Scavenging Ooze. Am I ever meant to Whirlwind Denial this? Yeah, I think there's a good chance I am. Alright, need to gain life pretty desperately. No one expects Whirlwind Denial. You are not wrong. Either that or find a way to get the damn Clothes off the table, one or the other. That does neither of those things. Unfortunately, neither does that. Right. That's a handful of redraws. One. Two. Maybe I want that. Blue. It's not quite enough, is it? They can pay for Whirlwind Denial. That is unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. Clothes gave us a kick in, but we were a whisper away from having that one. Alright, so opponent's deck is just kind of nigh mid-range. Like both of these seem like they'll be reasonably good. I didn't see anything I can wilt other than the Clothes. Has like some adventures going on in there. Yeah, I don't think I want much else, to be brutally honest. This is probably a dispute out and tome out kind of matchup. Try it like that. Couldn't quite get over the line there. Hopefully game 2 is a smidgen better. Camera is being all finicky again. Bear with me, folks. Sorry about that. Trying to think of what else I could have done to play that game a little better, and I'm not entirely sure there was much, but maybe there was a little something. This is fine. He would obviously like to find a nest in reasonable fashion. Edgewall Innkeeper. Why is that absolute? I was like, why is it always Shepherd of the Flock? Like, I could just feel it in my face. But opponent taps out for a Giant Killer. We'll get rid of that Innkeeper while it's only drawing our opponent one card and not after that. Bonus deck's cool. I guess it's just Naya Adventures. Hardcast Shepherd of the Flock. Yeah, sure. Guessing they're about to miss their land drop. No, maybe not. Maybe not. They still got something holding priority over there. There it is. Okie dokie. No need to bite just yet. We'll hold up Whirlwind Denial and then look to establish a Shark Typhoon shortly, hopefully. No fear on the Shark Typhoon front. Is that okay? I think it is. Yeah, I'm happy to bite here and just take Bone Crusher off the table. Seems fine. Alright. Hardcast. Go. Nothing fills me with joy like hardcasting Shark Typhoons. Cast another Bone Crusher. Okay, so if I cast another Typhoon, I have to take a hit for 7 because they tap hit. Alternatively, I just event on odd. That's probably good enough, honestly. Whoop. Put Giganta in our hand and say go. Unfortunately, our shark was slightly too large and gets chopped down by the opponent. into another Clothis. Titan's Nest is a good one. Oh, I don't actually need to do this one by one this time. I can just cast this, and it should take out my entire graveyard. Alright, race is on. Do I die to Clothis before the Sharks get over the line again? That is the question. Bum. Opponent in the tank, trying to figure out what they should be doing. This card's really sweet. I can't help but feel like there is just there's got to be something, like, very good you can do with it. I just don't know if it's this. Ramping out Shark Typhoon seems pretty good, but maybe there's something else that can facilitate this a little better. Don't know. Casts Bone Crusher Giant, yes. Oh man, Gem Razor is a good one. That is definitely a good one. Game 2 at the second. We lost the race against Clothis by a turn last time around. Can I cast this again? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can. All right. Tenue. This one's going to be close. Oh, game 3. All right. Sharks get there that time. Feels good. Gem Razor. Why does this deck have less good things to do against Gem Razor than I'd like it to? Might be something that's worth keeping in mind. I think this is fine. I honestly like the way this looks for now, so I'm going to run it back. See if we can keep it going. More of that would be great. This is definitely a keep. Needs to find a payoff, but it is fuel for the nest plus the nest. So even if we mill a payoff, we can pick it up. Let's disco. OP is on what looks to be like Naya Adventures, roughly. There's some unique cards going on in there, but looks like Naya Adventures. In a nutshell. They're doing very well, clearly, at 187. So the white seems to be for like Giant Killer, Shepherd of the Flock. They're the big ones that we've seen so far. Alright, so just going to mine a try and hit. Load up the bin. Yeah, I think like the old Green-White Adventures deck seems more like that. Has Clothis as a red card, has Bone Crusher as a red card, but seems to be base Green-White by the looks of what we've seen so far. Edgewalling Keeper, sure. Into Shepherd of the Flock, sure. Do I take this trade? Probably. Unlikely that I'm not supposed to take that trade, I think. Good chance I should have brought in the extra Extinction event. My opponent's really got some awkward mana costs, but I am kind of folding to their 3-1 idiots to some extent. Opponent does play around Shark Typhoon like a good player. Seems good. It's 3 in the bin currently. I would prefer that Mammoth to not resolve. That one will hit me quite hard. Okay, so going to wait on the Titan's Nest until next turn when I can actually cast something with it to not risk it just getting gem razored off the face of the earth. Yeah, nothing we can do about this Lovestruck Beast, unfortunately. Opponent should not attack with the Innkeeper again, makes sense. Let's just thirst for some meaning. I don't really want to discard this Shark Typhoon, pretty sure that we want this, so let's decline and chuck away. I can't discard both lands. OP's deck is very cool, yeah, I agree. I think it's land and thirst, it's kind of close though. Right, so how many cards are in here right now? 7. So we go black, green, 1, blue. Cast the Nest. And then how greedy is casting Shark Typhoon here? Too greedy. Far too greedy. If I cast it and my opponent has Gem Razor, I just like lose the game on the spot. I think I have to kill the Lovestruck Beast. Ugh. That's a great henge. Bin. That's actually not a bad one. Blue, so let's try and be as quick as we can at a reasonable pace. 1. 2. It's rough because like obviously you just want to be able to click and not worry about it, but you do have to keep certain cards in your bin if you can to like bring back with Bala Ged. So it's not just as easy as picking blind, unfortunately. I guess it's this then. And blue. Cast this. We go. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I think it's. This is rough. So many options here. Rain. I really wish I had an answer to this, but I don't. I don't have any Brazen Borrowers, unfortunately. I think I'm supposed to pick up this Eliminate. Exile this. Black. Kill off the innkeeper. Make another shark. Hold up thirst for meaning. Do I hold up thirst or do I just put this in my hand? I think I just put this in my hand. You really don't want adventures in this deck, Mubs, because they don't go to your graveyard. You really do want spells that go to the yard so you can keep turning them into Lotus Petals. Because that's essentially what this enchantment does. It turns your spells that you've cast into Lotus Petals. Casts a giant killer. Yep. This Henge might just run away with this game, unfortunately. I will take this trade if you're offering it. Did you not have something to mutate this onto? Rough. Obviously still drawing a Jesus Christ, man. That Great Henge is a heck of a card, huh? Oh my god. That's rather good, isn't it? Thirsty? Question mark. Okay. This did not get any better. Yeah, well, dude just vomited the top of his deck into play, which is rather good, so I'm told. It's disgusting. Bit late on the Essence Scour. Lord Almighty. It's a real shame. Like, I think without this Henge, this game is easy, but the Henge has drawn like 600 cards. And, yeah, not sure we were being that. Opponents still considering what they're going to do to end my life faster than they already are. Bone Crusher does count towards that. And that is lethal damage, unfortunately. Don't get me wrong, I know we've had some poor variants with this one, but also it just feels like it might be missing just a little something. We keep having games where we're coming up like a turn short. Like, we've definitely had some rough mulligans, but it's like, okay, make a pile of 6/6 sharks, and it's like, we'll kill you before they ever get to attack. It's like, you know, so like, maybe we need to try and be a turn faster, or maybe it's just not quite there yet. Happy to keep giving it a spin for a little while. I don't mind pulling the ranking back a little later if we're having a bit of a bad run with it, but I really do think Titan's Nest is a super powerful card. It's doing some messed up things. Like, 1-mana Shark Typhoons are not fair. So, just got to find a shell for it, I think. Yeah, sure. Rogues, perhaps? Maybe? Let's get a black source off of this. Maya Triton, go. Do your thing. What? We have some serious lag going on today. Looks like blue-black control, actually. Opponent milled over a Titan's Nest for us, so we can theoretically pick it back up at some point if we get lucky enough to do that. Frantic inventory. Fruity. Opponent taps out for the shark. That's fine. You can make this trade if you want to. Alright, well if you do, I'm probably just picking up this Titan's Nest so I know it's in my hand. Not sure if opponent is control or tempo or what, but I'm leaning towards control, so we'll try and be careful with this if we can. Whirlwind Denial is not exactly what we were looking for. Main deck, Glimpse of Freedom. What an interesting format we live in. Okay. Wild. Let's see if we're allowed to be thirsty. We are. I would prefer to not discard that. Let's just pitch Maya Triton and a land. Okay, so I can now back this up with Dispute, but I think I would rather be able to back it up a little further. So I'll wait another turn. That's nice. I will keep that there for now, on the assumption... Well, if I'm keeping that there, I'm going to jam this. Well, I can't now because I played a tap land. Don't jam this. Okay. Good talk. Good turn. Glad we talked that through. Like... Currently lacking in payoff is the problem. No Typhoon, nothing like that, which is kind of what we need. Yep. Alright, so now I can do this. So we go blue again, and we do this. And we dispute the neutralize and hope they don't have a negate. And then we get to still have Whirlwind Denial up because of Titan's Nest. Sweet. Cling to dust my dispute. That's fine. Alright, really looking for payoff. Looking for a draw spell, looking for a Shark Typhoon, something of that nature. If not, we'll just be putting Giganta in our hand, I think. Yeah, we'll keep that one. That's more than fine. So, exile 2 lands from our graveyard. Whoop. Blue. Thirsty. We are thirsty. I will not discard an enchantment because I don't want to eliminate right now. Wait, did I just accidentally discard that Titan's Nest? Oh, whoops. I meant to keep this. I did not mean to click that. Oh, you're right. I could have exiled the target of the Cling. Good shout. I missed that. Well pointed out, good sir. Alright, anyway, let's make some more colourless mana because I need to get the Shark Typhoon into play. But yes, I meant to hold on to that nest. That's on me. But yeah, could have exiled it to make a colourless and fizzled it in the process. Good catch. 3, 4, 5. Blue source. Typhoon. Well, that's fruity. What if that didn't happen? Make another colourless Whirlwind Denial. Sweet. And 1, 2. Exile this to cast Balaged Recovery. Pick up Thirst for Meaning. Make a shark, hold up Whirlwind Denial, say go. Not a bad little turn that one, eh? Not a bad little turn. Ashiok. 3 mana? Yeah, I mean, I would really rather you not do that one either, given the choice, so we'll try. Oh, eyeball is giving up on life. Not good. Opponent is prepared for the rogue matchup though, aren't they? Well, there goes one of my sharks. Feels bad. Please. That one's not bad. 1 card in the bin, so let's exile that for now. And 2, 3, 4. Make a 4/4. Discard the extinction event. Play this. Off you go. Ah, my eye like to stop burning, please. Christ, what have I done? This is fine. We can just rebuild. Ah. So, exile. Just look at how much mana this card makes you over the course of a game. There just has to be something here. Just has to be. Sure. Yeah, I just ditch some lands here, no big deal. 27 cards left. Would love another Shark Typhoon. That's not a Shark Typhoon, in the graveyard it goes. Turn it into a Lotus Petal instead. Do not need Heartless Act. So again, exiling 4 cards here with a Nest. 3 cards even, sorry, to cast this Rain of Revelation. 1 mana draw 3 is good, chat. I think 1 mana draw 3s are kind of good. There is another Shark Typhoon. What do we got? 4. I really should get like a counter tracking how much mana this damn card has made over the course of the game. It's kind of obscene. Oh, need a blue source in there somewhere. Cast another Shark Typhoon. Okay, opponent is done playing at that point. Alright, slick. So, looks like blue-black control nearest damn it. Doesn't look like it's anything else. So, negates seem fine to me. Soul Shatter is probably better than the removal that we have. Any artifacts or enchantments I'm supposed to care about? I don't think so. Not as far as I'm aware. I would like... Oh, these are more important to get out of my deck. But I guess the Heartless Act is... Like, Eliminate could at least kill sharks, right? Like... Is my opponent ever going to hardcast a Shark Typhoon? Probably not. This Essence Scatter is also really bad. Maybe the Wilt is just better than the Essence Scatter in case, and I can cycle it away. If not, maybe they have like Maze Mind Tome. Something like that. And these can just kill sharks. Yeah, alright. We'll give that a crack. I do apologise, guys. Something is clearly wrong with my eye. And it's very irritated right now. So, sorry about the continual scratching of my my eyeball. Just can't see. More so than normal, given how blind I am anyway. Gah. This is functional. We'll give it a keep. And I think I'm just leading on this triome, honestly. Agonizing Remorse. Well, I have 2 pair. Well, there goes a Shark Typhoon. I did have 2 pair. Let's get cooking with my Triton. Opponent finds a blue source. I'm assuming they didn't have, otherwise they'd have played it on turn 1. Clings to dust me to draw a card. Think I'm alright with that. That Eliminate, however, I am less alright with. That one can go the hell away. It's crazy, Tycho. It's like our actual main win con is to cast Shark Typhoon. We don't want to cycle it. We just want to cast it for 1 mana and then cast a bajillion spells afterwards. So yeah, highly recommend it. I think something is slightly off. Like we're often a turn too slow, but I think there's potential there. And Titan's Nest certainly lets you do some messed up things. So highly recommend trying it out, testing cards. Shoot me your feedback. I'd be super interested in hearing how it goes for you, because I think I'm going to keep working on this one even off stream, because I think the idea is just really cool. Sure. Farika's Libation to take out my enchantments is pretty sickening, though. That's very cool. Haven't seen this one in a hot minute. Opponent misses their land drop, no worries. Pretty sure I'm not slamming Gigantha here. Pretty sure I'm supposed to wait. Frantic inventory is fine. Think twice is less fine. Am I really fighting you over a draw two? Don't think I am. Seems kind of narrow. You're gonna unscrew eventually anyway, so seems like the wrong fight to pick. Duress me. Well, now I kind of wish I had. Let's cycle this for 3. Brazen Borrower is a good one there. I assume we lose Whirlwind Denial. Opponent shouldn't much care about Eliminate. Yep. Flooding out just a smidgen here. Take deuce. Biggins. Do you have an Essence Scour? No, but you have Glimpsed Freedom. Fair enough. This card's interesting to me. I've seen a few people playing it in sideboards now, and part of me thinks it isn't good, but maybe it's just good enough. I'm really not sure. Speaking of casting Typhoons, that's not a bad draw. I would like to find my Wilt, so I'm going to main phase this looking for Wilt. And I will definitely bring in some more now that I've seen this being hardcast. This is uneventful. Okay, might just be fast enough anyway. Just passing the turn. Okay, no worries. No doubt that something is being killed off and a shock is being made here. Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed was going to be happening. Would really rather you not be able to kill Gigantha as well, though. That's not bad. This is actively kind of good. Apologise for the background noise, guys. Yeah, I think I'm just leading on attacks here and seeing where we end up. Sure. I don't think there's ever much argument for eliminating there, because my opponent definitely can make a shark if they want to block or need to block. This is tough. Would love to find another Shark Typhoon. Cling to dust. The Shark Typhoon in the bin. Yeah, sure. I think I still pass for now. Agonizing remorse. I'll thirst in response. a pretty good selection there. Takes the Mystical Dispute. Interesting. Getting to a stage of the game where that card isn't doing a ton, so I'm a little surprised by that. End of the turn, I will just pick off the bigger shark. Alright. It's very much the same, no point in doing anything before attacking here, because my opponent can make a shark if they need to, even if we do something like Bala back the eliminate, so it doesn't actually just win us the game. Yeah, intention very much to have an arena event upcoming. Details almost certainly on the way. Should be an awful lot of fun. But Standard is looking good right now, so I can certainly see us getting an event on and getting it on the go. See if this Titan's Nest resolves. Wow, don't you just love bots? Do I want to be famous? Yes, easy. Next question. Get the fuck out of my chat. We do get negatoed. Turn. We'll take 3, mainly because we can't block the borrower, obviously. This one is slowly slipping away. We gotta be careful not to lose it. Opponent having a resolved Typhoon when we haven't has been a bit of a pain. Again, this attack is largely free, so in you go. I would like to pick up Titan's Nest if you'll let me. Whoop. No dice. Opponent continues to find counter magic and it's making me sad. Build over a Shark Typhoon like a professional. Blue-black control player is being awfully stubborn. I really would prefer it if you'd just hurry up and cark it. That's disgusting. Opponent having double Typhoon resolved and us not having a single Typhoon resolved leads me to believe this will be going to game 3. A little unfortunate. No way to sneak in this last 3 points of damage. Why is this in my deck, by the way? I didn't mean to pull this in. Yeah, not seeing a way out of this one, but we'll give it a shake. Opponent might get super greedy or something stupid, but I don't think so. I think we're pretty solidly in garbage time here, and it'll be a game 3. Yeah, okay. Let's go to game 3 here and try and wrangle it. That was a rough game, honestly. So I definitely want the other wilts instead of probably at least one of you, and this shouldn't be in my deck. So sorted. Give that a spin instead. Trying to think through whether or not something slipped away there. I'm trying to figure out where I think it went, but it was definitely a close one. I should have had the Stream Decker link come up for you there. For some reason it didn't. Let me just pop it in the chat for you as well. This one's kind of dodgy. Third land makes it alright. I think I meant to keep this. I get 2 looks at it with, well, an extra look at it, I should say, with the Shark Typhoon, so I think it's fine. Or I don't, apparently, because Duress is a card. We do find a third land, but we do lose a Shark Typhoon in the process. Well, there's the Titan's Nest. Opponent will think once. We'll let them do exactly that. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Are you going to negate my Omen of the Hunt? You are. Well, fuck. Lands, please. That does count. I honestly would rather not discard either of those, annoyingly. So I think it looks like that instead. God dang it, man. Yeah, it looks like the control matchup might be a little bit hard. Opponent does miss their land drop. I am probably going to just miss mine. They find Castle Vantris. Sounds good to me, Witch Doctor. Sounds good to me. Gets neutralized. I really wish I had another blue source to force this through, but I don't, so I guess I'm supposed to be doing this. Ashiok is a good one. Alright, we do get a good turn this turn, but it might just be a little bit late. So, blue, black, green, 1 nest. Am I supposed to force down Typhoon, or am I supposed to hold up counter magic? They just bounce the Typhoon anyway, right? So, they can bounce the nest if they want to, but... This game's been weird. I'm not entirely sure I've navigated it correctly either. But that's the beauty of working with a brew, right? Mm-hmm. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play around dispute and I can denial if I have to. Definitely been rough. Okay, that's something at least. So, 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Blue source. Typhoon. Off you go. Clings the Typhoon in the bin. Let's fizzle that. Learn our lesson from last time. We can just turn those off. Well, I probably just have to counter that one. And now I'm losing this Typhoon or this nest to my opponent's Ashiok most of the time, I think. And we need a good draw step because we are out of gas. Yep. That was my concern. I will probably keep this. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but it's probably just a keep. And we'll cast Gigantha, I think. 3 cards in the graveyard, so 4, 5. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. We're learning. We are learning. That is all we can ask for, really. Green 1. Wellspring. In fairness, both of us are out of gas. The problem is my opponent has a Castle Vantris. Two bottom is a good sign, we'll take that. Well, trading 1 for 1 feels interesting, man. Alright, in fairness, we are also scrying 1 a turn as well. That one is a good one. I will indeed keep that. I'd rather have the negate to defend it, but hey. Crunch. It's fine, no big deal. And 1 card in the bin, so 1, 2, 3. Eat this. Yink. And I will discard this forest. Gonna keep this here to discard and hold up Whirlwind Denial. What a long, grindy match this one's been. Glimpse of Freedom, yes. 10 cards in the graveyard, so they can draw another card if they want to. Okay, this is looking good. Only a Glimpse of Freedom, exactly. Gonna bin this Triome looking for a spell. That is what I would refer to as a spell. Opponent would like to re-glimpse Freedom. You may indeed look at it again. It's fine. Go. And the beauty here is I can actually afford to make this shark only 1 smaller and keep up Whirlwind Denial in the process. He is indeed glancing at Freedom fairly hard, yep. No doubt. Ashiok, well, I would rather you not. Nom. Alright, man. What hard fought match in the control mirror there to move exactly 1% after dropping so significantly. Hoo-wee! Isn't brewing fun? Grinders Keepers, thank you, Witch Doctor. That one was rough. That was hard. Brain is a bit slushy after that. Alright. Let's keep going with this one, see if we can learn a little bit more about it. Because the truth is, I'm not entirely sure what I would change. It just feels like it might just be a turn too slow, as much as that kind of sucks. So, I don't know. Up against 181 again. Alright. This is fine. A little unexciting, but fine. Gilded Goose. Is this just mono green food? This might be green food. Against green food, I kind of want a Heartless Act on turn 2, so I'm going to go fetch up black as opposed to playing this. Oh, dearie me. I am exhausto. Another goose. Opponent knows how to honk. That's kind of unfortunate. Wow, good game is called, apparently. Opponent missing their land drop, that'll be fine. We mill over 2 of our own, which is great. Perfect. Opponent does find land number deuce. Jorial, what is this? First you had my interest, but now you have my attention. This is not a land. I would like this to not be there anymore. Bonk. Oh, wakey wakey, Scott, come on. Visionary, sure. Opponent's deck looks interesting. One of the many versions of mono green currently in fruition. No land kind of sucks, but I guess we'll look for one. That does count. Wicked Wolf, indeed. Nice to see you back. Ugh. Kind of coming up a little short here, unfortunately, missing a couple of land drops. And also falling asleep, apparently. Which is not a good sign. I'd rather keep the Typhoon this time. Dispute, denial. Wake up. Look. You're right. just what else do you want me to say? Yeah, I probably should. Just surprisingly fatigued for some reason. But yes, should definitely wake up if given the choice. Just yeah. If only I could choose to wake up. Maybe that's what magical coffee bean juice is for. Who knows? You know what it's not for? The Grey Henge. This card keeps kicking my ass. Looking like some variation of... it's fine. Some variation of green food here. But playing a number of cards I haven't seen in the deck before. It's kind of cool. Our hand is not actually shaping up very well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... okay. Well, I'm going to have to race this Henge, right? I can't really be in any other way. Yeah, Distortion. The mono green food deck's gotten really popular over the last couple of days. I gave it a go on stream yesterday. Croaky's played it today, meaning it's really picked up in popularity, and it's a fixture of that deck. So it is. It was not me that made food a good thing. No, I was playing it before most people, sure, but I was not the one who built it. That's just not a fair categorization. Don't think we're racing this Gargaroth somehow. Oh. I may have lied. I may have lied. That wasn't bad. That one was pretty reasonable. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, if as far as anyone asks, you know, yes, I played it early, but did I build it and own it? No, I did not. That's not what that's about. But yeah, certainly been popularized as of late. I think that's fair to say. But fortunately, the opponent had a second Gargaroth, and my life is awful. How do we answer that? I guess I gotta find Heartless Act specifically. Maya Triton does it too, in fairness. Just not very well. Didn't really want to mill that Shark Typhoon. I think my conclusions when it comes to this deck so far are that Titan's Nest does some messed up stuff, and that card is very, very good, but the games that you don't find it, you kind of just don't do a lot. To be fair, if we draw a nest now, we can actually still win this game. But this Henge has been kind of putting in work. I'm going to take a 5-ball. Yeah, Heartless Act doesn't actually help very much. Unfortunately, it really needed to be a nest to get this going, and it was not. So looking dire. Well, 3 lands isn't going to do it, is it? All right, let's move to game 2. I like Essence Scatter, Soul Shatter, Extinction Event, Wilts, and Eliminate. So plenty of the sideboard coming in here. Dispute can leave. I actually like Tome in this matchup. I think Whirlwind Denial is probably a scam in this matchup. And it's probably just the Omen of the Hunt. Call that good. I don't know. I'm really looking to improve this, but I can't think of a way to get that nest down more consistently. Maybe you're just a bit too cute. But we'll see. Definitely one I want to put more time into. Ugh, that is a very awkward hand. Very, very awkward. I think it's still a keep, but we're likely going to lead on Forest and hope to draw either a blue or a black source and, you know, stop ourselves having to make our mind up. Love Struck Beast. That is unfortunately an eliminate, so I think I'm going with black. Oh dear. Kind of not really coming together here, are we? Well, we can handle Yorvo at least. He can die horribly. Okay, maybe too little too late, but we'll see. I think we just have to pop off this Lovestruck Beast and draw a card off the tome. Gonna have to find an answer to the second one and also the rest of what's coming, but just gotta try and keep the Great Henge off the table if we can. Yep. Shark Typhoon is nice and all, but doesn't really solve our problem. The Extinction event would be lovely here. If our opponent does have a Henge, we are kind of up Bugger's Creek here. Wicked Wolf is fine, we can potentially beat that one. Yeah, quickly coming off this deck, unfortunately, which is kind of a big sad. I do think the potential is there, but I think we're just a little too slow, which is super unfortunate. Thankfully not losing any rank there for dawdling about. I think I'm going to call it on the Titan's Nest deck for tonight. I'll happily play a little more of something else. I'll take a look at what I've got on the docket to play still, because there's a few decks that were brewed up that I haven't actually got around to playing at any point. But thoughts on this one? Honestly, this card is fantastic. I'll put this in the correct view. This card is very, very good. It's the last mana cheater left in the format. I do think there's a shell for it. I'm just not sure how to build that shell, and I don't think this is it. I think the shell probably includes Shark Typhoon. It probably includes Balaged's Recovery, and it probably includes some black removal and stuff. But the rest of it, not sure, not sold. Could be open to interpretation.